Welcome back. I'm GamerMage0. Last time we reviewed room number 2 in our Redstone library. And so in room number 2, we were able to see the switch, the one that can pretty much be infinitely done, and to count up, and then my 4-way switch, plus the rising and falling edge detectors. Room 1 was where we had the basics for switches and the different switch types and things like that. So if anything, like room 1 is just the bare bones minimums of what a computer actually kind of does to get signals going through in a visual representation way. Today we're going to go in room 3, and in room 3 we have different doors. So this is going to be fun. This is where you're going to have secret doors. For example, oh yeah, and a disappearing door. So let's focus on this door first. What is the door and how does it work? So let's hop on over to the other side. Really all we have are 2 sticky pistons on other side with redstone coming underneath and coming down from the latch area. It's only separated from here because otherwise it would cross-contaminate the signal. Which, at this point, I don't know if it makes a big deal, because if it's cross-contaminating the signal when it's on and the signal's just coming back to say it's on, does it really matter? But anyways, that's what we have for the moment. Now this one is really fun. As you can see, it actually moves these 4 blocks here twice. So how does that work? Alright, let's take a look. So now this one's just a touch more complicated. So what's going on is you have the 4 blocks, and these are all sticky pistons, which will push into this section here. Notice there's redstone on the top. Well, there's also redstone on the bottom. And so what happens is the signals here, as you can see, turn on first. If you're looking at this here, let's actually test it out. So this one has no timer before it, and this one has just 1 tick of a timer. Okay. Now coming over to here, we have 1 tick. No, we have 1 tick here and then 2 ticks, so we have a signal lengthener. And then here we have another tick before it does that as well. Now this one will reach underneath the ground here, come back up and push these out. Now the thing about it, and let's push this here, is basically that part right there is where the redstone is going underneath. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see that that's where the piston edge is. So there's a piston here, and the block was here, but when it gets pushed into that center area, that under area being on with redstone and this over area being on with redstone powers that piston as soon as it gets to the center, and then pushes that block out, therefore filling the gap. Now what happens when it comes back? Well, because these are first on, those are also actually the first off. So these will turn off, the piston will retract, and then by the time those have retracted, then the signal will finally turn off to these outer side. So you guys can hear 2. That one almost sounds like one longer one, but then if you hear it coming back, it's like a 1-2 noise. It's because it's, and you can see it's on the second one that these 4 retract. Alright, one more time. Oh yeah, that is an awesome door. Disappearing door. Now, I'll show you guys that in a moment here. This right here is based on the same concept, but you have to go about it a little bit differently. So let's come down here to find out how. So now, let's find the signal point, which is right here. Now, the signal point as you can see, hits these at the same time as it comes over here. Notice the signal lengthener here? And then these will turn on shortly afterwards. So it hits this first, and then this up here. The signal goes underneath. So that way this side and that side go off at the same time. I don't know. Let's do this. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and watch it. There you go. So this kind of shows you what it looks like on the other side, only this time it's going up instead. Now when we go back down, same thing. Signal's going to cut to this, allowing these to come down, and then over there, it's going to retract. Sorry, my voice is getting a little scratchy. 1 second here. Alright, I just muted the mic for a moment, so I could get a drink. But anyways, when we turn this off, you can watch how the pistons in the middle will come down first, and then the other ones will retract. It's actually really simple to build. It's kind of difficult to understand and put together, but once you actually understand it, then it's just easy to build and you can figure it out pretty quickly. So, why do I have that there? Let's find out. You see where this is going. And I'll cheat and fly out, but anyways, that is still fun. Now, this right here is starting an example of sand. You can see how much sand can be pushed up. So, what happens if you have more sand? Nothing. That's what happens. So the pushers, or these blocks, have a length or an amount of blocks that they can't push past. And that's something important to know, because we can only build so high with, let's say, a sand door. Now, I've already explained how to build this in one of my videos here. So I'm just going to pretty much just turn it on and then turn it right back off. And you guys can see it at work. Now this, I feel like, is a lot smoother than the Microsoft version. The Microsoft version gave a lot of weirdness and was really odd to get going. And so was also maybe just a touch more complicated to move. As you guys can see that it's the redstone repeaters are right at the base of the of each of the pistons. Anyways, so let's go ahead and move on. So this one right here, I'm just showing like a whiter version, essentially. I think it pushed up first. That was weird. Like it pulled down, goes down, pushes up, and then comes back down. That was super odd. Whatever. But anyways, here, using the 3 switches here, see if you can make the door go all the way up and all the way down again. So essentially you can just push up. There we go. So we'll retract that, that. Push that up, down, that up, down. And now there we go. Okay. And that's one of the things that didn't work exactly the same in the Microsoft Minecraft version, the way the pistons were. And so that's why I essentially did that way. So Did you guys notice that there's actually sand here? Huh. This door really shows you that it's easier up than down. So now, I actually don't remember how to get down there. Let's see. I can't remember if it's through here. I don't think so. It's been so long since I've played this map. Yep. There it is. Walked right by it. I knew I had a door down here somewhere. Anyways, all you have is just a bunch of the sticky pistons here. You can see a T flip-flop here. And then this was to help give me an idea on how it works. Anywho, so if you come up here with me, basically this mess here, all it does is really say when to send a signal to the pistons as it goes all the way up in order to make sure that all the pistons are triggered at the exact right times. And then each one of the signals will hit these rows. And then these rows, I just have to hit them in the order that I need to hit the switches in. So if I can figure out how I need to hit them in what order, then the rest is easy. Putting it together is just monotonous more than anything else. Otherwise, this is actually a lot more simple than it looks. Once you figure out the positions that they need to be in order to pull the sand back down, that is. Once you figure that pattern out, then it's cake. Before that, it looks just complicated as heck and blows most people's brains out. Anyways, so this is room number 3, room of the doors. Thank you very much for coming with me on this ride here, or this tour, and for seeing how the doors work, how the signals work to the doors, the different ways that you can pull doors in and out, and what you can do with that. And this has been, I hope this has been very fun for you guys. We'll see you next time when we go into room number 4. And at this point in time, I don't even remember what was in room 4. So I'm just, like I said on video 1, going through this fresh. I haven't built this in like 5 years, potentially, maybe 4 years or something like that. So it's been a while. But I remember how they all work once I see them, because the memory's still there. It took me so long to get to the point just to make this video. So again, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see future upcoming videos and be notified of them. Comment, let me know what you guys want to see. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.